going to give you 5 tips for beginners on how to help you conquer the dungeons and to get further and to slay these bosses and then move up the difficulty and play normal, hard, and then the abyssal mode. I think if you beat the game 5 times on hard. So these are the top 5 tips that I can give you based on my experience with the game. And we're gonna do this live, so I may or may not, based on RNG, get the rooms or get everything that I'm talking about at the moment. But I will explain it the best I can, again, to help you be better at Neon Abyss. So let's get right to it. Oh yeah. All right. Just a little side note here. Just remember. Well, I'll come back to the screen, but let's get right to it. All right. So tip number 1 that I have is before you go into a room, before you rush into a room, my biggest tip would be sometimes it's better to sneak into a room, and that way you kind of get the idea of the layout, what to expect, and if it's going to be a room that's filled with enemies. Now, if you're wondering why I think that that's an important tip, is because there's been a lot of times where I've been down to half a heart or half a shield, and sometimes sneaking in and trying to figure out if it's a room that's going to spawn enemies or if it's going to be a room filled with chests, treasures, and shields and hearts could make a difference. So if I'm looking for hearts and shields, I don't want to go into a room with half a heart with all these enemies. So sometimes it's better to just kind of just slowly sneak in. See, the doors haven't locked yet. I could see the layout, I could see that this is what it looks like, and then I could sneak out. So just remember, you could really just sneak in. So that's a good one right there. I do need to find Athena in order to do it. I need to unlock that little purple heart thing. So again, that's my tip number 1, is don't just rush into a room. Sometimes it's better to just sneak in. So yeah. Number 2, my second tip would be is always treat your keys and your grenades like gold. Always. Because what you'll end up doing is you'll end up opening, rooms or locks or chests that really don't have as much value versus what you actually spent. So my biggest thing is, as you can see on the screen, obviously there's a lot more to this. I need to go into the rooms and the whole level will be exposed eventually. Once the entire level is exposed, I can then decide how I want to spend my keys and my grenades. I can't tell you how many times I got overexcited over a chest, used my 1 key, and then went into a room that had like several chests, several different things. I had to, destroy the wall in order to get to the chest. I don't have grenades, and I just wish that maybe I saved some of those instead of spending it. So while the game is very, very heavy on RNG, there is a lot of things that you can do during your run to kind of tilt the advantage back your way, and one of the ways is being very, very careful the way that you spend your keys and your grenades. So again, a lot of RNG, of course, and I think that's kind of what makes the fun really, what makes the game really fun. But saving your keys and your grenades, it's all about making that best choice. You don't have to destroy every wall in front of you. You don't have to open every chest that's available to you. Because sometimes you can tell if the chest is going to just spit out a penny, and there you are spending an entire grenade to get to it, a whole key to get to it, and the only thing you got out of it was a penny or 2. So just remember, choose your, choose those, make those decisions more wisely, and spend your grenades and your keys very wisely, because it could make a difference of how far you get in the run. And that was my tip number 2. Tip number 3 is actually the store, and I'm actually glad that I have the store in front of me. So it is very rare that I spend any money on the first 2, the 50 and the 70, because coins don't really come that fast and that often. Sometimes you'll have a run where you have over 200 coins, and majority of the runs will be you're struggling to have anywhere between 15 to 35 coins. So what I like to do is I like to save my coins. Don't spend anything on the first level unless you have over like 50 coins. And as I'm going through the levels, depending on how many managers you've unlocked, there could be 6 levels, 7 levels, 8 levels. I spend at least 3 or 4 levels. If the shop does offer a shield, I will buy as many shields as I can. Some levels you'll find a half a shield for 15, a full shield for 30. Bam, you got a shield and a half. Times that by by 2, now you've got 3 shields because 2 halves and 2 fulls. So I try to stack up as many shields as I can on top of my hearts, and that's going to make the difference between your battles with the bosses, especially if you are not familiar with the managers or the bosses, and you can afford to take some extra damage. So that's my tip number 3, is spend your coins wisely, because like I said, it could make the difference. Don't spend it on these weapons and the 70, because later on in the game you are going to have the ability to get weapons in other ways. So unless if you have over 200 coins, save it for the shields. That's my tip number 3. So those are my 3 tips right there. My tip number 4 actually has to do with more of a character thing, but we'll get to it right now. Let's see. So let me go to the bar. So we talked about grenades, we talked about keys, the importance of your coins, but I would say my favorite character is Anna because she gives you 4 hearts and a key. The one useless character that I find is this R6 character, and I just wish that they would give you 4 shields, 2 grenades, 2 keys, because it would make R6 a lot more versatile and useful. But with only 3 shields and the fact that he doesn't really get any hearts, it's really hard to play with R6. I don't know if maybe they need to tweak some of these characters, but R6 is definitely not maybe the best character to play with, whereas Matt and Anna are my 2 favorite, because Matt can roll, so in any game that you played with roguelike you can dodge, and then Anna gives you obviously 4 hearts, which is one of the most, if not, yeah, the most. So she gives you the most hearts to begin with, so that's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to unlock arrows, and you have to sacrifice hearts. It's better to start with Anna. So that would be my tip, is select your character based on your playstyle. But from what I've discovered so far, obviously I haven't unlocked all the characters, Anna and Matt are going to be your best characters to play with. Matt can obviously roll and get out of ways, so we'll go ahead and use him. Let's get back into the levels. My tip number 5, and I would say last but not least, is understand the perks and the descriptions of the perks. Now obviously, so this is a bandage, right? So it's his roll. See, you could roll. So understand what the perks are. You're not always, the great thing about Neon Abyss, it's not like Binding of Isaac where there's so many, this grand scale of what Binding of Isaac does. It's not on that scale of weapons and choices, but it definitely, for starters, does have a ton of weapons, a ton of perks, a ton of different things that you can use. So I'm really excited to see what the developers do in the future and how they continue to build, and just like the Binding of Isaac, release 100 more weapons, 100 different boss types, 100 different enemy types. But for now, you still have a huge selection of perks, and it's really hard to remember all the good ones. So I would really say my tip number 5 is try to memorize the bad ones. Now, what I may consider bad may not be as bad for you, but there's one universal one that I can think of that's pretty bad, and that's the one that says that the coin will explode if you do not pick it up in the room within 3 seconds. So 2 things happen there. A, you miss out on a coin, and B, sometimes you're running toward it, it explodes, and then now it causes damage. I hate that one. It's like this black looking bottle that looks like an explosive rum/bottle. You can kind of see it. I forget the name of it, but once I see it, I know that I can avoid it. So try to find out which bad perks are there and what they look like, so you don't end up picking them up and then ruin your great run. I would say my last but not least tip for you would be, now I don't see it here on this level, but sometimes you'll see like a red wire here, where the only way you can get through it is by going through it and then hurting yourself. The great thing about playing with Matt is that you can actually stand right by it and roll. Just remember, if you come out of it, just come slowly, because the wire is still going to be there, and roll again. And that way you can obviously avoid taking an entire heart or shield or whatever damage. So that's maybe the perk of playing with Matt, is being able to get out of the way. So those are my top 5 tips, plus I gave you a bonus one with getting out of the way with the wires. Hope that you enjoyed it. I'll go ahead and stick around here live and try to see if I can make a good run here. So while I'm going through the levels, I'm actually observing where I could spend my keys and what would be the best option. So right now I'm getting as many keys as I can, and I kind of have an idea. Where I could spend my keys. I wish I had some grenades, but Quantum Core. Incredible source of power. You have no idea how it works. Okay. That's weird. So we do have a few rooms, but I think a lot of them actually required a key or a grenade. Let me see. Yeah, see, that one's a grenade. I would definitely open that one up if I had a grenade. Does the shop have a grenade? I don't even remember if the shop had a grenade. Oh, it did, but I don't have enough, of course. See if we can open anything here. We do have 3 keys. Yep, so it's okay. I think we have enough to fight the boss, believe it or not. We're gonna go for the boss. 2 hearts and a shield should be enough. Let's see if we can take on Tommy here. Oh, I don't know why I did that damage. Took too much damage there. We should have been able to avoid most of those hits, but hey, sometimes that happens. Alright, so remember, I gotta get to Athena, so I gotta get all of these things. So the cool thing about this is that it gives you an extra room to go to, so you can pick up some cool things, and the extra room is right there. Again, I need a grenade, so let's see if we can. You get a chance to get an evil sprite when you get hurt. Okay. Wow, I have not been able to get a grenade at all. Grenade, maybe? Oh, another key. Ooh, that was too much damage. There we go, we're getting our hearts back. In the beginning, I don't really need that much health in order to get through the bosses, but you definitely need it for later on. Finally, a grenade. This would be the ideal one to spend it on. Let's see if I could. I'm so terrible at throwing grenades. Yeah, now I can't even get through this. Yeah. You don't want to let these guys close because they will explode just like that. Nice, got a shield. We really need to start stacking on the hearts and the shields. See, I spent my grenade way too early there. This is a good room for the extra secret room and all that. Oh, there's the boss. Okay. Let's see what the shop has. No, we don't want to spend anything. I think we've got enough to fight another boss, but I could be wrong. Let's see if we can clear it a little bit better. See if we can unlock something. Nice. Every little bit helps. Let's see. We have anything more? Let's go get these crystals. There we go. Alright, well, let's get to the next boss. I hope I don't get Nick, the racer, or whatever his name is. I hate that boss. Even though I did really well on my last run. Well, I mean, I beat the game on the last one. Even though I couldn't get Athena. This one, she's fairly easy. Hit with that. Okay. Sometimes you got to be careful with the barrels and the wood that you break, because they could, you know, the crates, because they could be useful to get on them and get to the height that you can't reach by just jumping naturally. So. Not good. I don't have a grenade. There's another boss right there. Okay. Back to 3 hearts. I don't think it's enough for the later rounds, but we'll see. Come on, give me a grenade. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, there's nothing. And remember, there are secret rooms. They don't expose it after level 1, so unless if you have a perk, which I've unlocked to let me know. But, yeah. So, we're gonna unlock this one. Oh my god, I am so bad at throwing grenades. Oh, got it. Okay, I got a second chance here. There we go. Okay. Not bad. We need shields. We definitely need shields. Ooh, I'm gonna try to get to that thing before it... Oof, nice. So, if you don't know, if you're gonna fight Athena, you have to unlock Athena by getting those little purple locks. And then if you can see at the bottom right next, underneath the toilet roll, you need to fill that meter, go to a secret room, select which perk you want, and then it may or may not spawn a coin that you need in order to actually be able to fight Athena. So the difficult part isn't really fighting her, it's getting that specific coin to be able to even get to her. Okay, no, this is a perfect example. Here we go. So, here, let's go to this room first. So, let's get this. Nice. Okay, see, like, there would be like a teleporter here that would bring up a coin, but I didn't get it, so we're gonna have to go back and try again. But here, I will go ahead and... So right here, you just stand right here, and then you roll. And that should... Nice, we got a ton of stuff here. That's perfect. That was great. So just remember, coming out, you're gonna have that wire there again. So just sneak out, and then again, so you don't take any damage. That was perfect, because that's exactly what I was saying in my top 5 tips for beginners. Little things that can make a difference in the run. And then of course the spikes here, you gotta be careful. Ooh. Oh, I need... Perfect. Oh, and I got the infinity key. I'm just gonna ignore that egg. I don't... it's not worth it for me. If only I had the blue doctor, he would try to turn this thing into a shield. But I don't have the blue doctor. Perfect. I have a good feeling that this might be the one where I can get Athena. There we go. Should we? Let's do it. Nice. We got a shield. Got another grenade. All right, we're looking good. We're looking better and better. So that's what you want. God, this thing doesn't want to die. Nice. We're looking good. Right. Ooh, that's not nice. Okay, so you don't want to destroy everything because again, you could use this as a platform to get up there. That's exactly what we're gonna do. And then if I'm not terrible at this, I'm gonna try to throw a grenade. There we go. Be careful with the heat-seeking rockets, because if you get too close to these explosive things, they can really mess you up. Now the cool thing about the heat-seeking rocket is that I no longer need to rely on grenades. So that just made my run even better. Get to the shop. Nice. Remember, I always spend it on the shields. No point of trying to get these, because you can see I already got a weapon. So, see if we can get anything here. We don't really need grenades anymore. Okay. Let's get out of here. We have the infinity keys. So we can open anything up when we need. I don't remember what this does. Tesla coil. Surround you and damage. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Good to know. I'll remember that one. Okay. Was there anything that we don't want the egg. I don't want to get hurt. Is there anything that we missed here? So like, I don't even need my grenade. I could just do that. Oh, and see, that's a great example of hurting yourself with the rocket launcher. Okay, I think we have enough health for another boss fight. Let's see. Oh, nice! That was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a shield. Is there anything else? No? Alright. Oh, I don't like this boss either. Sometimes I do really well. Sometimes I just do absolutely awful. Oh, shit. Oh my god, get out of here. I can't get out of it. I got stuck there. That was pretty bad. Increase your weapons range. Alright. We still have a level 1 weapon, and that's another thing you need to know if you don't know, is right there by where the weapon is, right here. Right there. That 1 is just a level 1, so the higher you have, it just increases, it just lets you know that the gun is doing more damage. So, yes. Okay. So, I think we can pick up hearts. So you don't want to leave just yet. If you can go back, you want to be able to pick things up. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Which room? Okay, I'm here. I need to get there. Oh wait, maybe I did go to the right room. Is there a heart here? Yep, there we go. And then we'll just go here and spawn there. Pick up that heart. Nice. Nice. Go back there. And now we can leave. So we are not looking bad, but we're definitely not looking great as far as health with the upcoming bosses that I know is coming. Go ahead and get in here real quick. You'll get crystals. Kill enough enemies and you'll get crystals. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So the only way is through here. Let's do it. Ooh. Oh, that almost got me. Damn you, Donald. Doesn't he look like Donald Trump? This guy? I think he maybe is, the grabber. So he picks up coins and then he'll give you like random pickups, but it doesn't happen all the time. So sometimes if it's a really good coin like the one he just picked up, that's the one you want to beat him to, so that way you can collect. And see, like this one, I don't really... Oh. Okay. Ooh. So, perfect. We need to get to that purple before it gets damaged. Or, okay, no enemies. Okay, good. Because sometimes a safe room can still consist of enemies that'll surprise you. So. Alright, here we go. Oh, stuck there. I don't need heart, but maybe we can get a shield here. Damn you. He's picking up all my coins. Alright, we got a grenade. Alright, well. Not what we wanted, but health-wise, we're not looking too good. Now we're taking damage that normally I would avoid. For some reason, I'm just not reacting fast enough. It could be exhaustion. I did just beat this. Again, I didn't get a chance to fight Athena, but I just beat this like an hour or so ago. Okay. Okay. Let's see. See, he just dropped a grenade by picking up that penny coin, which was a good trade-off. Sometimes he picks up a really good coin and he doesn't give you anything, and yeah, so. So we don't have keys, we do have grenades, but we don't need grenades, so. We have the boss over there. Ah, so fast. There we go. Get that shield. We need more shields. How great would the infinity keys be here? Is there where I can grab a key? Is there a key? Oh, see, I don't even have enough. Come on, give me that token. A winged hat versus a guardian. I get to get an extra jump. Woohoo! So health-wise, we're not looking good. We only have a few more levels to go in order to get the little purple. I don't know. Are they spites? I don't know. I don't know what they're called, but we need to get them in order to get the coin for Athena. So I do have grenades. I don't need grenades. There we go. Let's get through this. Oh wow, we're just taking damage. Wow. there you have it, folks. That is the end. I hope that you like my top 5 tips. If you don't remember, number 1, it was sneaking into rooms so that way you could expose it and see what you need. Maybe it's not the room that you want to tackle first. Second tip obviously was, use your grenades and your keys wisely. As you can see throughout that run, I did have some struggles with the keys, and then I had some struggles with the grenade, and then I was able to get the missile, and that helped. Number 3 tip, of course, was choosing your characters wisely and understanding what each character brings to the table to fit your playstyle. And my suggestion was that if you're going to go for someone like Arrows, you might want to take Anna with you because she does give you the most hearts, and you do need to sacrifice hearts in order to get the token to fight Arrows. My other tip, obviously, I'm trying to remember all my tips here that I had for all of you. Make sure that when you go to the shop that you don't spend it on the first 2 items, that you try to save it up for as many levels as you can get to get all the shields. Make sure you get the shields. And then my 5th tip was to understand the perks that did negative effects, and that way you could better your run and better your chance to slay all the levels and get to the final manager, boss, whatever you like to call them. So understand what those items are that could possibly hurt you, and that way you can tilt the advantage back your way, even though that this game does heavily rely on RNG. So those are some tips, tricks. Hope that you liked it. Wish that I went all the way through it. I was kind of exhausted. I already did beat it about an hour ago. I didn't get to Athena, but that's my next thing, is to get to Athena, beat her, and then switch this baby, which I have already played it on hard, but to switch it permanently on hard and see if I could beat the game 5 more times. But that's it. That's all I've got for you. Hope that you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. As always, I'm Striker Dynasty Games. I'm out, folks.